Okay, Shalom. Giving all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rokah Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders of Great Millstone. And salutation, you Akim out there that push this word in truth and in sincerity. The other day I heard that someone that I've known since I've been in this neighborhood, you see him, he's always out there in front of the Arab store, like always. In a particular area in White Plains Road. And when I'm driving by in the morning to go to work, he's out there. Sometimes I take different routes to work. So this particular morning, I was, riding going through White Plains. And I see this cat, he's always out there. Him and a bunch of other cats. Old niggas as well as young niggas, they out there. Hustling, they doing shit that they have no business doing. They up to no good. They out there, but nevertheless, I haven't seen him in a couple of weeks. So I'm coming from the CVS using the ATM, and I happened to see one of the guys that's always in front of the Arab store. So I was like, "Yo, what's up with your man? I haven't seen him in a while." He was like, "Who?" I don't know the dude's name. I didn't even know the dude's name. But he said, I said, "I don't know if that's him or not." I described him. He said, "That's him. That's what happened." He said, he got killed. I said, "He got killed? What happened?" And he was telling me that, it was basically over a woman and some money that was owed. So it could have been a combination of both, or it could have been the money that was owed to somebody else. But just so happened he was involved with some women that he got in some beef or some shit that he was telling me that it wasn't even registered to me, because I knew that first thing came to my mind, that was judgment from the Lord. So all the perks that come with it, the woman and owing some money, that's his explanation. But my spiritual thinking came at, that's judgment, man. Now, if he was committing adultery with another man's wife, he got put to death because of that reason right there too. That's the biggest spiritual reason to get put to death. Committing adultery. Gang banging. Doing that which is evil in the eyes of the Most High. And that's what you get, man. When you dealing in the vice, you're going to pay the price. Whether you're going to go to jail or somebody going to put your ass to death. Those are two ultimate goals of being in them streets. And when everything is all said and done, them streets can't offer you anything but them two options: going to jail for life or getting put down by another gang-banging nigga. I have a few scriptures. Abba Ratazah, you Akim out there will be edified. So we're going to get straight into it. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 7, verse 1. And it reads, "Do no evil, so shall no harm come unto thee." When you out there committing all kind of wicked acts, man, whatever you sow in life, you're going to reap it, man. You got to understand that. Whatever you sow in life, you're going to reap it. If you sow righteousness, you're going to reap righteousness. If you out there sowing all kind of wickedness, man, you're going to reap it. And that's what Jake doesn't understand. When I mean Jake, I'm talking about you Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Only thing you respect is violence. Y'all respect that culture of death. Listen to drill music, selling drugs, smoking weed, popping pills, straight gangbanging. And all that's evil in the eyes of the Lord. So let's read it from the top again. It reads, "Do no evil." This is the book of Sirach, chapter 7, verse 1. "Do no evil, so shall no harm come to thee." When you out there dealing in a vice, sooner or later you're going to pay the price. It says, "Depart from the unjust, and iniquity which is sin upon sin shall turn away from thee." When you hanging out with degenerate niggas, you gonna do degenerate shit. A person is known by the company he keep. So you keep in company with a bunch of gangbanging drug dealers. If you keep in company with a bunch of niggas that like to prey on other men's wives, which is adultery, which is a wicked sin, an act that can get your ass put, now that can't get your ass, but that will get your ass put to death. Because the Lord don't tolerate adultery. Why Yahweh Shah hates adultery. And Jake pride themselves on that. So it says, my son, sow not upon the furrows of, let me read that again. My son, sow not upon the furrows of unrighteousness, and thou shalt not reap them sevenfold. When you sow in all kind of unrighteous acts and all kind of unrighteous deeds, eventually it's going to catch up to you. And it's not going to be a good look in the end. Either you're going to get put to death, or the Lord's going to allow you to become a statistic that has life in prison. And shit, tell you the truth, I'd rather die than to be having life in prison. Because that's misery. Being around a bunch of degenerate men, different personalities. You don't want to go through that, man. That's why it pays to live a righteous life. To live a life being guided by the Holy Scriptures to the best of your ability. Because without the guidance of these scriptures and the guidance of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah, you're going to fall to these streets. Or something worse, death. You know? So I'm going to read it again. The book of Sirach, chapter 7, verse 3. My son, sow not upon the furrows of unrighteousness, and thou shalt not reap them sevenfold. Because you're going to reap whatever you sow in life, you're going to reap it. Whatever you sow in this life, you're going to reap it. And that's just the bottom line. Whether you want to realize it or not, that's the bottom line. That's what's going to happen. That's what's going to take place. This is Ecclesiastes in the Holy Bible, chapter 8, verse 11. And it reads, because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the hearts of the sons of men are fully set them to do evil. Because the Lord didn't judge you right away for that wicked act of adultery, or that wicked act of shooting somebody, or whatever you did that was wicked and unrighteous. Just because you didn't get judged for it right away, you think it's okay. So you continue to commit adultery. After you break that family up, you grieve another man through adultery. And you continue to do it because you're getting away with it, and then it becomes an addiction. The same thing with gangbanging, selling drugs. The more money you get, the more you indulge yourself in that wicked activity. The more you get bold and use gun as a mean of getting some get back at your ops, as your claim it is, the more brazen, the more bolder you get. Because you're not being judged for what you're doing. At least not right away. The Lord will build up a case of you, like the feds. The Lord will build a case upon you. And then when the Lord see no repentance, you just waxing worse and worse, he put that ultimate hit on you. He sanctions your death. Or he sanctioned the police to come after you and put you away with a bunch of charges you ain't going to get out of. So it reads back in the book of Ecclesiastes chapter 8, I'm sorry, 11 again. Because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the hearts of the mind of the sons of men are fully set in them to do evil. Though a sinner do evil 100 times, and his days be prolonged. The Lord's giving you time to repent. You out there committing all kind of wicked acts, all kind of iniquities, all kind of unjust dealings, adultery, you name it. And you're not being judged for it, so it says, and your life is being prolonged in all your wickedness you're doing. So you feel, hell, what the hell? Nothing is happening, so I'm going to continue in this. I'm going to continue to wallow and indulge myself in this all kind of wicked acts. Until one day, the Lord drops the hammer. Now you either in jail or laying in a coffin somewhere. It says, though a sinner do evil 100 times, and his days be prolonged, yet surely I know that it shall be well, that it shall be well with them that fear Yahweh, which fear before him. But it shall not be well with the wicked, neither shall he prolong his days, which are as a shadow, because he feareth not before the Lord Yahweh. And that's the 2/3 of you niggas, man. And even men that know that they in the truth, some of them don't fear the Lord, man. And that's mind-boggling right there. But you understand this right here. You niggas that's out here doing wicked acts, the Lord has prepared something for you. The Lord has prepared something for you, and trust and believe, none of you are going to escape unpunished. But you continue, pursuant to the book of Ecclesiastes chapter 8 and 11, to do wicked acts after wickedness after wickedness. But judgment is coming. We're gonna go to Isaiah chapter 50 verse 20, because Jake, if I could see what you're doing, police pass by, you out there 5 o'clock in the morning in front of an Arab store, 24-hour Arab store. They're sitting there. No business to be out there. They're sitting in front of the store, hanging out in front of an Arab store, you and a couple other people, and probably some boneheaded women. They pass by 5 o'clock in the morning, you out there. They pass by again 12 o'clock in the evening, in the afternoon, you still out there with the same clothes on you had on when it was 5 o'clock. That means you didn't even go upstairs to wash your ass. Then they come by 7, 8 o'clock at night, you still out there with the same clothes on. They know you up to no good. This is the book of Isaiah chapter 20. Chapter 50 verse 20. 51 verse 20, Salakia. It reads, thy sons have fainted. They lie at the head of all the streets as a wild bull in the net. They are full of the fear of the Lord. Says they are full of the fear of the Lord, the rebuke of thy power. What's the fear of the Lord? Ezekiel 21 and 9. The Lord is allowing Esau to sharpen that sword, to bring a sore slaughter. What's the fear of the Lord? The Lord bringing that judgment. Hard, brutal judgment. Like I said, Ezekiel 21 verse 9 to 12. Zephaniah chapter 1, 14 and 15, that great day of the Lord. But before the great day of the Lord, Jacob's trouble is going to commence. And that's when all hell's going to break loose. That's when you're going to realize, you know you done fucked up. Because that's the Lord's fury, the Lord's judgment coming upon you. It says, therefore hear now this, thou afflicted and drunken, but not with wine. You're being afflicted and you're drunken off the philosophies of that black culture, of that culture of death, that black culture of death, which is that drill music, hip hop. You're drunken off that degenerate music, that degenerate lifestyle. Having your pants hanging up your ass, smoking weed, popping pills, doing everything which is evil in the eyes of the Most High. You're not going to learn until it's too late. Like I stated earlier, Jake only respects violence, and that's what the Lord is going to bring, violence. Cruel, devious violence. Cruel and devious, hardcore judgment with violence. That's what's coming. That's what's coming. Let me read it again. Isaiah 51, verse 21. Therefore, hear now this, thou afflicted. How you being afflicted? You under the curses first and foremost. You out there indulging yourself in a culture of death, which is not going to benefit you at all. And you drunk off that culture of death that promotes committing adultery, gang violence, running up on your ops, pill popping, That's being a total degenerate, man. And that's what it's all about to these jakes out here. That's a part of the 2/3 club, being a total degenerate. The more degenerate behavior you indulge yourself in, and the more wicked you are, that gives you a sense of pride because nothing is happening to you. But the Lord is long suffering and patient, very patient. And when he dropped that hammer, he's going to drop that hammer. This is Jeremiah chapter 15, verse 1. Because let me tell you this. The Lord is going to drop that hammer because he have appointed 4 kinds of deaths for you niggas out here that can't get right. And we're going to read it. We're going to read some of this. We're going to get into it. This is Jeremiah chapter 15, verse 1. Then said the Lord unto me, though Moses and Samuel stood before me, we all know that Moses represents the law, and Samuel represents the prophets. Stood before me, yet my mind cannot be towards this people. Cast them out of my sight and let them go forth. How did the Lord cast us out of his sight? Except in the time of 70 AD, when we was dispersed throughout the 4 corners of the earth. The Lord kicked us out of his sight, which is the land of Jerusalem. And now we've been scattered abroad, filled with madness and astonishment and vexation of spirit. We just all bugged out. Not the elect, the hopeful elect, but the 2/3. It says, and it shall come to pass, verse 2, and it shall come to pass, if they say unto thee, wherever shall we go forth? Then thou shalt tell them, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, such as for death to death, and such as for the sword to the sword, and such as for the famine to the famine, and such as for the captivity to the captivity. And it ain't going to be pretty. This is in the time of Jacob's trouble. And it says, verse 3, and I will appoint over them 4 kinds, saith the Lord. The sword to slay, which is happening now, which took place to this cat that haven't seen in 2 weeks, kind of find out he was unalived because he was wicked as all hell. It says, and the dogs to tear, and the fowls of the heaven, and the beasts of the earth to devour and destroy. And that's what's going to take place during the time of Jacob's trouble on a large scale, because the Lord is going to allow Esau to show his horns. Esau being the so-called white man, he's going to allow him to show their horns. And Esau is going to open up. That's going to be the Lord's judgment on the left-hand side. Keep thinking it's a joke. Keep dealing in the vice. Eventually, you're going to pay the price. It is what it is. Do I feel sorry for that nigga? Hell no, I don't feel sorry for him. I wish the Lord could delete 100 more like him. I wish the Lord could delete 100 more like him. Because he wasn't shit. He wasn't shit. But a blockhead, dumb nigga. And whatever happened to him, he got what he deserved. Dealing the vice, you pay the price. That's it. That's it. I believe the point was made. There's no more to be said. Great and brutal judgments are coming. Keep on indulging in wickedness, thinking you getting over it, but you ain't getting over nobody but yourself. Because the Lord sees and hears everything. You ain't getting over. You damn sure ain't getting over the Lord Yahweh by Yahweh Shah. You only allowing the Lord to build a hardcore spiritual case against your ass. Keep thinking everything's a joke. And keep dealing in a vice. Watch you pay that price. I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Wakah Kwadash. Double honor to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders of Great Millstone. And salutation, I came out to push this word in truth and sincerity. With that, I'm going to say Shalom.